Hi, welcome to our viewers. I want to introduce you to our guest today, Ms. Soumya Lakshmi, and she is a part of the senior leadership at Adobe. Welcome to our podcast. And to start off with, she is a highly motivated individual who's had over more than 17 years of experience in the senior leadership role at Adobe. So welcome to the show. We could start off with a little background about yourself and your role at Adobe right now.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ranjini. First of all, you're very kind to have given me a nice introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here. I'm a 2005 pass out and alumni of Atria. And when I came to the campus, I'm just amazed at how much the campus has grown. And I loved speaking to all the students in CS. It was a great time and it was a great opportunity. Thank you for that. So currently I work for Adobe, and within Adobe I work for the product Photoshop. I've been with Adobe for 6 years now, and I'm one of the engineering leaders within Adobe. My path after Atria has been a long journey of ups and downs, but here we are.
That's very well said. And Adobe itself is a big brand name, and you being in the leadership team, just a curious question around this. What made you to progress or to stay on to the leadership, or what is your passion towards that? What drove you to be in the leadership? How did you land up there?
Ranjini, I did not really think that I would go in the leadership path at all. About 10 years ago, the opportunity just came my way. I was working for Yahoo at that time, which was going through a lot of changes. And I still remember at that time, we used to have layoffs at Yahoo every quarter. And it so happened that there was a team, and then the manager and the lead were laid off. And I was sort of the next senior person there. And I took charge and I led the team and I executed the project. So it was almost like I was executing with a lot of responsibility but no authority. But we were able to deliver the project. And eventually and organically, I grew into the role. And what really kept me going is, people talk about authenticity, which is great. Also being bold and, fearless and whatnot. But to me, it always came down to being empathetic. Having that empathetic leadership is crucial because it helps you lead not just your teams, it helps you understand your users and your customers, your stakeholders, your cross-functional team, because you're never working with one team or one person. You're always working with different parts of the company. So it's important to understand and take that empathetic approach to problem solving.
So that's in fact very nice, a situation which converted to an opportunity for you to show your leadership skills. So one question around this is, there are a lot of aspiring leaders, or mainly so women who want to kind of break the ceiling and reach the leadership positions. So what is your advice to them?
Ranjini, leadership is common for everyone, regardless of women or men, right? It's a universal thing. What I would say for aspiring leaders is, I wish somebody had told this to me earlier, right? I come from engineering background, and I thought, if I do engineering well, then that's enough. But what I did realize is it's important to understand product marketing, branding, sales, the different aspects and the different pipeline of what makes a product successful. In other words, the entire business of what makes the product successful is very crucial. Yes, product and engineering are very crucial because they are sort of the backbone of any of the product that we build. But how to make a product successful is also important to understand. And then how you fit in that as a puzzle to the greater piece of the puzzle that we are trying to build is one of the crucial things, I would say. So for anybody who is starting out, if you're in engineering, don't then just think of engineering. Think broader. How does a business work? How can we make a business successful? What are the different areas that goes behind making a business successful, and how you contribute into it would help you, A, not just understand your role, B, build that relationship with different teams. Because the relationships and the bridges that you build now will go a long way. You don't know at any point who can help you or who you can help to build greater things.
True. Talking about product development and understanding what is a product about. In the era of AI right now, what is the role you think that AI is playing in all of this product management, and how has Adobe stayed in tune with it and built more upon this? How has it taken it to its advantage in terms of product building?
Yeah. Not just Adobe, a lot of companies are in the forefront of it, but Adobe, the core principles and values of Adobe is intact, right?
According to you, what are the characteristics of a leadership person?
So when I will speak my pure experience and what I think is one of the qualities of a true leadership is, yes, empathy is one of them, authenticity, fearless, all of those are great qualities. But there are a lot of leaders who come in and they stay long. And there are a lot of leaders who come in, they're so great, they're so innovative at first, and then they sort of weather out. So if there's one characteristic that really sets them apart, it is in the face of adversity, how they show up. There will be problems, there will be challenges. The United States had like this massive layoff. There were a lot of companies which did layoffs. But in the face of adversity, how you as a leader show up for your team, for your company, for your cross-functional products and teams is very crucial. And your attitude and your approach to problem solving is what motivates the team and keeps the ship going.
That's well said. In fact, just a throwback on your school days and so on, were you a leader at any point of time that, you are in this position today and you look back and say that, oh, I wrote somebody's name on the board the other day, or I'll complain to the teacher, I'm the leader. So coming to this, from a school day to what you are here today, how do you bring in all of the inclusivity with the kind of people around you? Or is there any anecdotal case that you have wherein it's been so challenging for you and you've overcome that? Anything that you want to share with us on that?
One of the things, again, it's very personal to me. I grew up in a very average middle class Indian society, and there are certain norms, right? We grew up with certain norms where, when you question something, it's considered disrespectful. And even in schools, when you ask and question a teacher, it's almost like, hey, don't be disrespectful to the teacher. But then there was always a part of me which said, like, why not? Right? But it was always suppressed because that's the background we all grew up in. Nobody told us, like, no, it's okay, go ahead and ask. I really wish someone had told me that.
True.
So I think for me, it took a lot to condition out of that. It requires a lot of work. So like I said, maybe other people are different, I'm different. For me, it took a lot of work to condition out of that, to break those norms and ask why not, instead of always saying yes. So I won't say it happened overnight. It took a lot of time, a lot of work, but being mindful of what we do, why we do, is something that has helped me and will continue to help. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect at it now. Every day is a learning journey. I feel like I'm still learning every single day. I have a long way to go. So I hope to continue to do.
So Soumya, one other question, when it comes to the students, it's been quite some time that we've passed out engineering. From the time that you have passed out to what the students are learning today, what are the things that have changed, or what are the aspects that the students need to emphasize on in terms of skills or qualities if they have to enter into a role like yours?
Yeah, that's a great question. So when I passed out, there was a lot of onus on coding. And if you're not a good coder, then you're not a great student, and it's not considered, you're not very considered high off. It's not the same anymore. So coding is again one part of a job. You have Copilot, ChatGPT, where you can outsource a lot of your coding to and focus on more of the creativity part of it. I think that is a huge change that I do see, where your interest, your curiosity, your passion still remains to be your core principle. How you do it, you can leverage these new technologies to make your core principles and your core values successful. I don't think we were equipped with that when I passed out, but now we have all these technologies that we could leverage.
That's very nice, and I'd like to thank you for your time, for having spent so much time with us. Your story has been really inspirational for, I believe, even for our viewers. A lot of points to take away today. Before we wrap up this, any message that you would want to give to our viewers?
I think one of the things, I wish someone had told this to me before, and I took a lot of years to realize this. So I'll tell this, this is sort of my mantra in some ways. If you are authentic to yourself, if you're true to what you're doing, and you think you're doing the right thing, and then people treat you poorly, then it's their problem. It's not your problem, because you're still true to yourself, right? Most of the times when people treat us poorly, we always think maybe we did something wrong, but maybe not, right? Like, many people are conditioned in certain way. We're conditioned in certain way, but what is important is be your authentic self, be true to who you are, and don't try to be someone else. And then, that's really what matters. I don't know if it's helpful or not, but I believe in that.
Helpful, definitely, yes. Be true to yourself, be yourself at all times. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.